close, gets the red off, goes out wide on the push, looks for the push, gets the spray, then so low, tucks back in, and the blue is just ticking ever closer, and it's Maximus Alpha to go out in 16th place.
Oh, it's disastrous. Actually, bad play from Maximus Alpha there. Why are you taking fights in the blue when you're in the elimination zone? It's beyond me. Maximus Alpha playing the risky game there, and they get punished heavily. They're going to be pretty much stretched to escape.
Skull coming
out.
Fire.
Skull are under fire. Lots of fights coming through from Skull and SWAT. We said they were going to crash into each other, and crash into each other they have. We'll have to get an overview of them in just a second.
SWAT need a really strong performance here, of course. They're sat a little bit lower down the table, so they do need to make sure that they're trying to stay up in. A little bit more respite for Skull, but either way, both of these teams really looking to put the pressure on.
Cheeky revive there, gets up on top of the rocks, safer position. SWAT should be okay to get the revives through here. You can see Original's currently putting pressure onto Jonathan there at the lower rock. Jonathan actually knows. No, Original doesn't know Jonathan's underneath him, so Jonathan's being a sneaky little boy here. We'll have to see if Jonathan can do. Pops out, gets the knock. Original's right above him. Original knows that now he's going to have to play the rock game with him. Jonathan looking to try and find the peak. Question is, can his teammates support him from downhill? It's a hard position to support a teammate from. Jonathan's going to be under the wire here. Original just faking left, faking right.
He's playing the rock.
Throwing out audio cues.
He's playing the rock. The question is Original going to be more paper or scissors in this situation?
I mean, at this point, Original wants Jonathan to peak, and then he has his teammates to help trade the kill if he does get knocked. So it's actually really clever play from Original here, who knows that he's in the worst position. Eating wide, jumping, and Jonathan finds the spray down. Gonna have to use the first aid kit. SWAT not pushing or supporting either. Could be disastrous.
Oh, there's Evil and Retribution crashing as well, so we'll have to keep track of them. But this fight's still raging on. As Skull and SWAT both trapped towards the edge of this blue zone. They are just going to push on it. Nade's starting to come through now. Jonathan has had such an impact so far into this fight. The question is, can they get a little bit more? Team Gravity taking on Team RN there as well. He's trying to kill feed. SWAT still 2 players up, 1 down, but he's ticking away very quickly. Of course, still being that blue zone is really not going to do wonders for him.
Both these teams realistically don't want to be involved in a fight in the blue when you're on your final 4 matches of the group stages, and points are everything to these teams. SWAT currently sitting in 25th position.
He just let Jonathan get that huge cross.
Yep, he did.
Although he did have a peek, he would have had to go on Sheesh as well.
Skull should be safe here to move out. I feel like at this point of your Skull, you just take a wider rotation and all the way up towards the bridge in the blue, because it's first zone. It's not going to hurt you too much.
Look at Team RN, Team Gravity, and Pixel as well. They're all lumped together pretty close just south of boot camp. That circle's going to make them move as well. They have a lot of ground to cover, and through a lot of teams. Look at all of those people just southwest of Paradise Resort.
Coming soon, Soul, Hitman, playing for, I can't remember, but there it is. Jalaj.
Finally.
Finds the shots onto Jonathan. Just tap it, dude. Single fire.
There he goes. Maybe not.
There we go.
Finally looking for the shots. Actually, going to be able to get across. How is Jonathan able to make these crosses? Okay, finally, Jalaj comes in with the shots. Makes it happen. Now it's a Sheesh, last person standing for Skull.
I'm surprised they're committing to this fight here.
They're committing quite a lot.
Yeah. I mean, okay, they're not fully committing this team. You can see that SWAT have depacked all the way back, and now we're actually seeing a big rotation come through from Jalaj.
Yeah, I don't think these 2 players are going to be clashing too much more. No one really wants to take this fight. They have to go so much further than they need to, so you can see Jalaj just making a break for it. Doesn't want anything to do with it. You can see Deepak's already made his way in. In the meantime, though, over near boot camp, you've got Team RN just on the hot tails of Pixel. Look at him maybe try and crash into them, maybe just trying to catch that rotate as well. You can see HB a little bit in danger here. Warwick maybe getting this peak on, but Phoenix, he's going to know what's up.
Cypher looking straight down. He's going to take out HB immediately. And it looks like we've got another knock as well coming out of Warwick. It would pick up Raku at the top of the hill. So now it's a 2v4. Pixel doesn't want. Team RN, of course, need to put up some big numbers now. Cypher trying to spray underneath, and that's a great angle from Cypher to find it. Leaving just 1 member alive for Pixel at the top of the hill trying to find the revive. He is able to get him up. Now Raka and Rain going to be running for their lives.
an AUG.
Yeah.
Really, really impactful here on Sandhawk.
I'll have to see if anyone goes for it. I mean, the issue with the Sandhawk is that very difficult to play the terrain, and players don't quite have the hours on Sandhawk as they do, for example, Miramar or even Erangel. Of course, Erangel, so long as the time was the only competitive match.
Well, there was a very good pickup for Team RN. They managed to get 2 kills, move themselves further towards. Of course, they do need 90 points, around 90 to 100 points to look to actually escape the red zone at the moment. I think they're sat currently in third to last in 29th. I'm not entirely sure on that.
31st.
31st.
Yeah.
So really very near the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
44 points for them, but they've come up pretty big previously. They are a sort of a middling team in terms of their performance in general, because of course of that reset. That means that it's kind of a little bit skewed. So we'll have to see how they perform.
Here's Team India, top of the group, for Group C, and they're pushing on into where Insidious have been camping up here. You can see Magic, the scout for Team Insidious. They had a very large performance from Vikendi on Friday.
RN is starting to clean up the rest of Pixel as well. One player going down. They were hot on the heels. But in the meantime, still Paradise Resort getting swarmed on. 3 teams now taking stance there. You can see Deepak, he's moved away, and Jalaj as well should be pretty split up. Of course, they made some very separate rotations, but he's right next to Soul. Look at that. And you've got, of course, Evil Big Fellas just a little bit ahead of them. That shift is great onto Paradise Resort. We're going to see a real stonker of a final circle.
Gross circle here. There's so many teams in that southern west corner of the map that are going to have to all push on in. Currently, the Evil Big Fellas and Pain Retribution have the circle in that area.
SWAT are going to find it really difficult to move in forwards here.
Yeah. We're going to have a huge amount of eliminations as this 4th zone closes in just 30 seconds. This is going to pretty much get rid of half the circle, half the server, I should say.
Pain Retribution there you saw just a little bit close to Pixel. Hydra, they have had a really strong position time and time again. This is what we expect to see from them. One of the highest placing teams in the tournament at the moment, 193 points, top of these 8 map teams, tied up with Team India. Really, really nicely played by them, and again, they have a great position moving in. They're a little bit northwards for my liking, but what's this? Rain, he's spotted out, and it's going to be Imo able to get it on through, and I think that was the team eliminated. Pain going down in 15th place. That's not what they want to see. Pixel, sorry. Deepak. Oh, he's down. He's pretty much out as well. Has 1 team member remaining. That will go down for now.
See the last massive rotation that SWAT have had to make to try and stave in here. Coming soon, have greeted Team RN with open hands here. Bullets flying heavily.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they're going to find too much welcoming respite there, but Team Soul actually engaged in a firefight a little bit further north than we are at the moment. I think that's with IGC. See who comes out on top there. 14 teams still remaining. Plenty of teams with center circle positions. Skull looking to rotate in, of course, moving in towards that center. But Team RN are still going strong. They're your stragglers. They are on their hero's journey at this stage. They need to have an incredible
through from Jalaj, who is surprisingly willing to try and take fights. We do see that Evil are the ones engaged in this fight with Soul. We'll have to get a camera on it as quickly as possible. We don't want to miss the Soul action. There's the spray down going for guard. He's pretty much outside the circle. IGC will hold him here. He's going to go down. Well, I don't think he has enough meds to survive. No, he doesn't. He has literally no meds, and he's just holding outside of the circle. Frozen in fear. And just in a second, the players don't
trying to deny points here.
I think that's actually what he's doing. Is he knows he can't get in without dying, so he's just waiting. He's going to deny points from IGC, go out to the play zone there. Here's Soul. They're trying to breach the compound that Evil Big Fellas have already claimed for themselves. You can see that already Oasis is having a bit of trouble, so they're going to throw a smoke over so that one of the members can fly on over and try and get that res.
see what they can get done. Oh, Hydra, they're coming after God. From God, let's see if God's rain's going to rain strong, but no, Hydra coming quick down. Beautiful frags coming through, but Joker is taken out in turn, and that's an elimination. I think that's all of God. Rain going down, and it is over. The time of man is now, and Hydra strikes again.
I love Hydra. I love them so much, John. The play that comes in is incredible. Hydra constantly are playing such a huge game and proving that not only do they have the rotational ability, but also the fragging ability as well. If there's one team to get hyped up in India, I think it's Hydra. I can't wait to see them head on into the regional finals, head into the semi-finals, regional finals, and then potentially even represent India to the rest of the world and show how strong.
See what they can do, but they are out of the next zone. At the moment, though, it's Evil Big Fella taking on Soul, who's already taken another down. Team RN under the cosh as well from Pain Retribution. 2 downs coming through, but income coming soon. They are coming pretty soon, it seems, but Team RN, they have so many players down and out, but there's one left down, and they will fall out to coming soon. They managed to pick up quite a few frags there, but Retribution gets some as well. A couple of those points just dispersed across that top line of tournament. Evil Big Fella trying to take the fight to IGC, but that's out in the play zone, and now these teams are really starting to crash into each other.
Like we said, pretty much half the server going to go down due to this circle closing in. Very difficult for these players to navigate. So many on that southern western side, and coming soon are going to get wiped on out here as well by Retribution. Retribution easily moving into the circle here. Soul have got their members up, and they're going to have a bit of area they can claim for themselves. 8 teams remaining. Hydra is currently in a battle with IGC as well. Over towards Paradise Resort.
I think he's got the QBU out as well.
Right,
so.
Joker with a nade. He's had such good success. Throws it over.
IGC.
Kobe. Oh, so close.
A little bit short there, but they still have a decent position. They're on that north flank. They can rotate a little bit left, but there are players in their way. Joker goes for another nade. I think that one was a little bit wide as well. No one really taking too much damage, but IGC.
Got so many.
They have to heal up. Last nade now, though, for IGC.
Oh, this one
might hit. Outside here, under pressure. Oh, a nice chunk of damage. That's going to negate a lot of that healing that happens. This rotation, though, does need to come in pretty fast from Hydra. You can see they've got Team India on their flanks as well. It's going to be a really difficult movement for them.
What a crazy ending to our first game here on Sanok, a Paradise Resort circle. And as you can see, it's closed all on in. Team Insidious in a fairly good position here. Hydra trying to fight IGC on the western side and try and take them down as much as possible. You can see Alater has managed to get himself into a building, but unfortunately here for Gogesta, he is going to be in a bit of trouble. Trying to make the rotation should be safe because it looks like Hydra decided to claim position rather than fight.
IGC, one of the lowest scoring teams on the table at the moment, so having a good performance here could change the tide of battle, and with the down on the Dryger, that's how they want to start it out, but they need to make sure that they have that pressure. In goes Joker, he's taken he's not messed up at all, able to get one down, but Retribution Pain as well, getting hit down by AKHP. Joker still going strong, finds one, finds two. This is an absolute tear from him, but finally he goes down. They are going to keep on rolling though, Hydra. They lose 1, 2 down, I think, as well, but they are going to be able to come back in. Pain Retribution get eliminated.
Pain Retribution out in 6th position, but look at Hydra, the rolling squad of thunder here. Hail Hydra in the center of the Paradise Resort. Team India and Insidious in a great position for now. And surprisingly, we're seeing some stuff from AKHP as well. We've had fairly lackluster performances so far throughout the tournament. They need a big one today, and they're going to escape that red zone, John. With 5 teams remaining, they certainly have a chance to do so. Trying to breach on into the Paradise Resort. 7 seconds until the circle starts closing. Is it only Mortal left alive for Soul? Maybe. We'll have to get a checkpoint on that. I think it might be. No, Viper's there as well. We've got 2 members for Soul, all 4 for Insidious, 3 for Hydra. And here comes the circle push.
Hydra, they've managed to save it off for now. They need to keep on moving forward. You can see Mortal has to shut that smoke out, but it's not really going to give him too much more. Hydra have position. Viper has to try and push into. Insidious are there as well. Nice nade coming out. That was actually from Insidious, but Viper goes down. Team India lose a player to the play zone in the meantime. AKHP, they're getting fired on as well, and Godchild just rolls on through, rounds the shots off, finds 2.
That's Hydra eliminating Soul out in 5th position.
Team India getting fragged on by AKHP as well.
Yeah, and Insidious inside the compound here. Great spot for them. The Molotov is burning. Godkill down. He's going to prepare himself with that first aid kit. Should be fine for now.
There's plenty of meds on top of him. You can see he's got plenty of stims to play with.
So they're going to poop around the corner. Just a bit of pre-fire coming out of Smixy. They want this kills onto Hydra. They know how strong Hydra are. Can Smixy get over the top here? If he can, he'll have a great position. Doesn't look possible. Here's Team India rolling in, and AKHP still with 4 members alive.
They are one of the strongest teams right now, and the other 3 teams are the top 3 teams in these groups. They have so much work to do, and if they can get it done, that will be a massive pickup for them. The question is, can they keep this position? Can they stay strong? Hydra all going to be looking to try and bear down and push into this position, but can they play them off against each other? That's the question.
It's going to be Hydra crashing into Insidious and Team India crashing into AKHP here. Nades flying out, and Insidious going to pick up a kill onto Cross from AKHP.
Just the down there. AKHP, that's going to be the final blow. Still 4 teams remaining. They've still got 3 players. Everybody's so close to each other. Look at how close this circle's pushing them all. Hydra.
Such a maze. Like, how can Hydra get up into this area? I'm not even sure they can. I think Hydra may just be playing for placement at this point. Yeah, they've boxed themselves in. There's no way for them to get involved in this fight. Molotov's going to fly over towards them.
Taking a lot of damage from that Molotov. Okay, that's really their only way in, but I don't know how much more they're going to have.
So it all comes down to healing here for Hydra. They're going to have to out-heal their opponents. What you want to do in this position, John, is drop all your heals and give it to 1 player. Don't have all 3 players healing. Only 1 does it. The rest, what they can do is run around in the blue and try and just get some shots out. Let's see if Hydra know this. In Team Insidious, AKP, and Team India, they're the ones who are actually fighting for position here. Cartoons is trying to get some shots over the hill, but they can't quite do that.
No, I think it's...
Oh, he's
got the firing squad. Oh, he's going to take 1 down. That's disastrous for Hydra, but they still managed to get at least in on the board. You can see he's dropping his heels, and now comes the firefight. It's absolute chaos here at Paradise Resort. There is no respite from the firing squad, and they roll in. Team India seems to be filling up this kill feed, but at the moment Hydra getting close to the finish. 4 teams all still alive, and they still keep on rolling. Insidious start to push on through. Hydra's still there. Godkill actually getting it down, but that's Hydra finally going out in 4th position. Now it's Team India all going forwards. I think that was Team India.
Insidious.
Insidious?
Yes, Insidious with that, John.
What a chaotic finish.
Hydra in 2nd, Team India in 3rd, and AKHP coming 4th. An absolute bloodbath in Paradise Resort. The best way to start off your weekend here in the group stages of the Pmco 2019 India. And Insidious going to take the first chicken dinner here on